Hi there, welcome to the Gym Tin session. This is the mobility method with me, Rob. I hope you're well. Okay, grab yourself a pint of water, shut the door, let people know you're taking part in the training session, and find yourself a nice space. You'll need a nice thick mat to do this on. If you've got a carpet, that should be fine. I've got a 10mm yoga mat, so if you're doing it on a hard floor, make sure you've got some cushioning there for you. Okay, take a drink of water, take a sip, look around your lips. Now, this class is all about, can you solve your lower back problems by working your pelvis and working your hips? And the answer to that is yes. So we're going to be working through 7 different exercises. We're going to go through them twice. So we're going to work through quite a lot of movement. Now, if you've done a HIIT 20 oblique class with me before this, then brilliant. Or perhaps an abdominal conditioning class as well. Really, really good, because you will really find that all of these muscles now, you're going to feel every single one of them. And it's great. It's a really good workout. And the reason why that's good is if you're finding an inhibition, so something that is short in your muscle groupings, that is an area that you now know that you'll need to stretch and to develop. Now, either consult your GP or consult a physio or a sports therapist or a PT, and people out there can help. I certainly can. So let's find a space. Okay, so standing on your soft mat, making sure it doesn't slide around. And from here, I just want you to make sure that your feet are facing forwards. From here, we're going to have a fist gap between our feet. And I want you to just close your eyes for a second, just feel that position of your feet. Now, for some of you, that's going to feel really toe turned in, okay? And if it does feel toed in, make sure that your knees are still tracking forwards, okay? So if your knees have turned in here through the Q angle of your pelvis and your hip, and you're doing this, try and get your knees to track forward. Now, as you stand, I want you to just bolster the pelvis. You're going to tilt slightly here, and you're going to feel your glutes are now engaged. You're going to feel your chest is going to lift. Get this right, and you'll stand with much better posture. In this sport that you play, you want to have this elongation. Raise up onto the ball of your feet, and then slowly come back down to it. So many of you play a lot of golf. I train an awful lot of golfers. We're always looking about how can you gain an extra kind of inch in your movement, your posture, your stance, your swing, your length, so that every inch has got a difference of power driving forward. Big toe, little toe, flat down to the floor. Let's raise up and through. Posture, chest lift. Raise up onto the ball of the feet. Slowly control lower back down. Glutes lovely engaged. Shoulders retracted. Drop back down into position and lift. And you want to feel big toe to little toe, flat down to the floor. You want to feel that push up at this top point. You want to be able to still feel your big toe and your little toe is grounded. If you feel like you're rocking out or medially, so lateral or medially here, you know that you've got to work the connection between your brain and those muscles. Quite a big distance between those areas. Fire up the right nerves. Fire up the right connections. Come up a little bit higher. I want you to feel that you can lift, keep your chin up, and raise the crown of your head up to the ceiling. You need to be able to feel big toe, little toe, flat down. You've got to keep that connection here. Keep those toes facing forward directly. Nice and parallel here. Pelvis tilted into position, chest lift. Keep working. Slow it down. Might have had a really busy day. Calm it down. This is a 20-minute set. Just try to get you to calm everything out. From here, shake it out. Kick out both legs. Now, as you're doing this, I'm hoping that as you kick that leg back, you can't see the foot behind you. Yeah? It's not poked out one side or the other. It's stayed nice and square. Have a look at your gait, your posture. See how much you're kind of swaying from side to side. And as you're landing those feet back in, they're still facing forward. And are you using your knees as a hinge joint and as a compound joint? But Are you using it to hinge backwards and forwards? Hopefully you are. We need to now hinge from your hips. Use your hands on your thighs. So you're just bowing and you're just pushing the pelvis back out the way. Lift the chest each time. Really get your hips out the way. Keep your chin lifted, chest lifted. And release. From here, come over so you can touch the wall. Take your left leg out, forward and straight. You're going to circumduct into a leg roll standing. Now point the toe away from you so you plantar flex here and allow that leg to come over in a big circle. Two more here. And change leg. Looking good. Take note of the direction you're using. And on the second round, we might see if you can change it down. So at the moment, this leg's going around in a clockwise direction. We're going to see if we can counterclockwise it later. Can you hold the posture? And if you are standing without a hand on the wall, try and hitch this hip up. Yeah, so you've lifted the femur first. You're here, drive it round, circumduct. One more. And release, shake it out. From here, leg swing side lateral, back in again. Now remember, hitch, lift. Keep it working here. Standing foot facing directly forwards, glutes nicely engaged. Chest lifted, glutes engaged strong. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. And rest. Shake it out. Rock it, roll it, punch out the hips. Get that movement into it. Standing over. Other hand on the wall. Pelvis drives forward. Kick out wide with the standing leg kick. And again, hitch that hip. So if you're here and you're just lifting out, come up, come on, pull it up. Make these guys here have to work. Your hip flexors engaged now. Your external oblique, your internal oblique, the TVA, it's all working to help this movement now. Keep it hitched, come on. 3 more here. 2 more here. And release. Drop it out, shake it out. Oh, it's always a tough one, isn't it? It's always a toughie. Love that. Okay, from here, you need a platform behind your heels. Grab it, stick it underneath your heels. From here, heels raised up. Feet still facing forward. Drop down through your squat. Breathe out, push out. And again, let's see where we go. And again. Now don't worry if you can't get the depth of that squat. It's not important. If you struggle with squats, use a suspension trainer. Use a chair. Sit down into a chair, sit down into a stool. All about mobilizing the body. From here, release. Changing forward into a pressing position. From here, you're going to kick your left foot up into that lunge position here. Come back. It's called a running lunge. Swap it over. And repeat. Now just see how far you can get. You might need to drop this back knee down to the floor if it's too much on your toes. How long a stride can you take? What movement have you got here? One more each side. And release. From here, we're going to go down to a surfer squat. So we're going to have our feet out nice and wide. From here, taking the right foot away, the knee is going to track over that toe. Now, as you stride to the side, you feel a lovely big deep stretch in the inner thigh. Now this lead knee, end point, plumb line to midpoint of foot. Come back up again. Keep moving in here. Strong. Back in again. Two more here. One more here. Relax, turn the feet forwards, turn the left foot away. Again, it's running away from you towards the sideboard. This foot still facing forwards, toes to heel forward. Flex through the side knee, come back up again. You're going to want that knee to track over. The furthest point is a plumb line here. This guy here doesn't rock in, the foot stays flat to the floor. Come back up again. The point of note, if you hadn't noticed already, always in barefoot. So if you're not, check yourself into barefoot. Just see what happens to your feet. So important to get mobility in the foot. Drop, drive. Keep working. Slow control drop, big control push back up. One more here. Okay, good. From here we're going to drop down onto the floor, slow and controlled. And from here, we're going to cross the right leg over the top of the left. It's called a figure of four because it looks like the number of 4. Okay, and from here we're going to grab the back of that thigh. A nice big stretch through the outside of the glutes here. And as we pull that shin in towards us, all I want you to do is circumduct this bottom leg. You'll just find a bit of rotation here in that pelvis. Now try not to hug too hard on that thigh, because you do want a bit of movement here. And you should be able to find that thigh is rocking and rolling around. Slow, controlled, easy breathing. Good work. Change legs around to the other side. The left leg comes over the top of the right thigh. Just give it a little push away. I want you to come back into that figure of 4 position, grabbing the back of the thigh again. And again. Circumduct. And the movement is coming from the femur. It's coming from that thigh bone. Just a subtle movement, rocking in and out and around. And release. Okay, so from here we're just going to rock onto our back, stretch ourselves up long, stretch your arms up overhead, and then release. Let your arms just drop down to So your arms are in line with the chest. Now you're going to walk your feet in, knees are up to the ceiling, and you're just going to rock your knees over to the right side. Slowly allow those knees to come back up towards the ceiling. Drop them over to the left. Oh. And as you're doing all of these exercises, you probably had a little bit of a grunt there for me. But as I took my knees over to that left side, my right inner thigh started to complain. Just about here, before I could get the knees firmly to the side. So I know that surfer move that we did earlier is massively effective. It's all about mobilization and getting the pelvis to move. Now, for me, it's the most essential joint in our body. It's where that hip and that neck of that femur join in together into that pelvis, into that seat of the body. One more each side. And release. Good work. Slowly taking yourself into standing. And that's round one. Really good stuff. Should be able to feel a big difference here. Grab yourself a drink of water. Take a sip. Make it around your hips, hydrate. Find yourself that mat again. Make sure you don't slip. Let's go back into it. So feet fist gap apart. Pelvis driven forward. Chest lifted. Okay, again. Be within a finger grab of the wall if you need. Okay, if you went clockwise before, come counterclockwise and give me a circle. Now, I can already feel in this left hip that I've got a much bigger range. So all those exercises will work really nicely for me. Remember that we're looking for that hitch up of the pelvis first. We're trying to get that to move. We're trying to flex, point that toe away from the body. Change legs. We're going to go through all the exercises again. Nice control. And again, making sure you've hitched the pelvis up. Get it up there. We're making these obliques and fire and train. Like I was saying before, I'm feeling a bit of a tightness here in the adductor. So I'm going to make sure that when I'm looking at that surface stretch in a minute, I'm going to give that a little bit of TLC. Okay, from here, shaking it out. Come out into that leg lift out to the side. Hip, hitch, get it up. Good. 2 more here. 1 more here. Change that. Hip, hitch, lift, lateral. And release. Grabbing that plank back underneath the heels if you need it. Drop down through squat. Feet fist gap apart, toes facing forward. Drop. Breathe out, push up. Suck it in, drop down. Breathe out, push up. 3 more, let's go. Drop. Breathe out, push up. Last one here. Good work. Back down into our press up position, so the running lunge. Okay. Take the left foot up. Just knee kiss the floor this time. Come back out. Step back and swap it over. Again, don't worry if you can't get your foot to your hand. It really isn't important. Your step might be here. And that's just the range that you've got in your pelvis. That's cool. That's absolutely fine. You've got to find and work what's suitable for you. One more side. Again, take notes to where you went to before each time. And relax there. Come back through into standing. Let's go his feet facing forwards. Let's go big wide on the stance. Turn the left foot away and hinge into that surfer lunge. Now take note. This foot here must face forward. This knee here does not trap past the toe. Does go longer on the strike. Okay, as you lunge into this, big toe, little toe stays flat now. One more here. And legs change it out. Big stride out. Toes facing forwards, turn the right foot. Big stride again. Chest lifted. Feel big toe, little toe flat down to the floor. One more. And release, coming down onto the floor. Left leg over the right. Grabbing into that supine figure of four position again. Got a right knee up towards the ceiling. Left thigh overlap the thigh. There we go. We stretch in. Grab that foot. And again, we're going to circle that bottom leg. Now we can pull in just a little bit tighter. That bent thigh. Make it work here. Counterclockwise it. And release change leg. Again, if you're doing this on replay, always feel free to pause if you want to carry on with some more repetitions. Of course, always come back through into the routine to extend it further if you like. Counterclockwise it again. We've got that one final exercise to come. Resting out here, head back to the floor, and gently tilt the knees over to the side. Slowly coming back up, and tilt over to the other side. Slow, controlled, easy, deep breathing. Rotate one way and rotate back the other. Last one here. From there, relaxing, extend those legs away, stretch yourself down. Nose facing up to the ceiling, just close your eyes, take a nice deep breath in. Really well trained, lovely class. Again, you should feel quite a significant difference all the way across the pelvis wall. So, you know, top of those hips there, how they've been working. And from there, slowly rolling yourself out of the exercise. Yourself back up through into standing. Feet face forwards, hinge, and a nice big stretch all the way through the back of your legs. Shake it out and tap the fingers, roll one way, roll back the other way. Shake it out. Well done, really, really well trained. Hope you enjoyed that training session. If you did it live, give me a hashtag live. If you've done it on the replay, hashtag the replay. As always, if I can help, please get in contact, send a message. Let's help you out. Some really useful exercises in there as well. Let me know how you got on with it. Well done, really good stuff. As always, please do grab your water. Hydrate really well after that session. Really good stuff. I'll see you next time for the next one. Thank you for joining me. See you next time.